Hi everyone, welcome to this channel. In this video, we will bring you 25 most dangerous rivers in the world. Water, food, and transportation are all provided by rivers to communities all over the world. In addition, they are stunning to look at, cooling to swim in, and a ton of fun to raft or kayak through. However, despite how wonderful and how much we value them, rivers have the potential to be fatal. Strong undercurrents, rocks, wild animals, and pollution in rivers will betray you in a matter of seconds, though we have only ourselves to blame for this one. These are the top 25 most dangerous rivers on Earth. Number 25. Red River of the South. Country, the United States. This river is 1,360 miles long, with strong undercurrents and whirlpools which are hazardous. Why is Red River such a deadly river? Red River is a peculiar body of water that flows through New Mexico, Arkansas, Louisiana, Texas, and Oklahoma. It has a deep ochre color. Its erratic behavior, the river's currents, are largely unpredictable and subject to sudden changes, makes it dangerous. Whirlpools are formed when strong undercurrents combine, and anyone unlucky enough to run into one can become trapped. '24. Brisbane River. Country, Australian Federation. Distance, 214 miles. Threats include ferocious animals and flooding. Why is Brisbane River so dangerous? Although this river gives Brisbane City a charming beauty, it also puts that city in danger. Periodic river flooding causes problems for the city and its residents. The real risk arises when people choose to dive in, though. Due to the high number of drownings that have occurred, authorities advise against it. That and the substantial population of bull sharks that have settled there. Particularly vicious sharks that will attack without cause include bull sharks. Additionally, they always choose to live near rivers. There are 500 bull sharks estimated to live in Brisbane River, which is too many for us to handle. '23. Kern River. Country, the United States. Distance, 164 miles. High water levels and swift currents present a threat. Why is Kern River so dangerous? One of the most hazardous bodies of water in the country is this river in California. It is not very long, but because the snow from the highest point of the Sierra Nevadas feeds it, its water levels are fairly high. It also has a swift current that has killed a number of people who have gotten caught in its net. The authorities have warned the public after 96 people have perished in this river since 2000. The Kern River has some dangerous spots, but it can be challenging to identify them. Even those who chose to walk rather than swim have perished in the river. This is primarily due to the smooth granite rocks that line the river banks, which frequently cause people to slip and fall into the water. The river has earned the moniker Killer Current as a result of all these factors. Number 22 is Potomac River. Country, the United States. Distance, 405 miles. Strong undercurrents are a danger zone. Why the Potomac River is so dangerous? Given that the Potomac is merely regarded in America as a river that offers picturesque scenery and enjoyable outdoor activities, many people are probably scratching their heads about this one. The waters of the Potomac, in actuality, constantly rush to their next destination because of the American work ethic. Because of the rapid speed, swimmers who have accidentally entered the water, gone for a swim, or purposefully braved them while whitewater rafting have all perished. '21. Shan-Pishka, the Boiling River. Country, Peru. Distance, 4 miles. Extremely high temperatures are a threat. Why Shan-Pishka is so dangerous? This boiling river was only a myth to Westerners until recently. It was a secret that the Ashanti indigenous community kept well due to its sacredness, hidden deep within the Peruvian Amazonian jungles. The river, which is also referred to as La Bamba, reaches temperatures of more than 200 degrees Fahrenheit, which are hot enough to cook small animals alive and cause third-degree burns on people. Interestingly, the heat is geothermal but not from volcanoes. This Amazon River tributary is used by Ashanti shamans for significant ceremonies. 20. Rio Tinto. Country, Spain. Distance, 62 miles. Risk factor, pollution. Why the Rio Tinto is so dangerous. Rio Tinto, which translates to Red River, is captivating due to its dark ochre water. Even though it may be cool looking, you would never want to swim there. The water's unusually high levels of acidity and concentration of heavy metals like copper, silver, and gold are what give it its distinctive color. Of course, humans' greed has been drawn to these metals for centuries. Along the river's banks, mining has been done for many years. The practice of burning off sulfur destroyed the local vegetation and had a negative impact on the local population's animals and people's health. One of Spain's worst environmental catastrophes is thought to be the river. 19. Vishwamitra River. Country, India. Distance, 547 miles. Threats include dead animals, flooding, and pollution. The Vishwamitra River's deadly characteristics. The Vishwamitra is home to hundreds of crocodiles, like many hazardous rivers. Its waters are home to these reptiles, but what makes it deadly is that it travels through cities, bringing its resident crocs with it. In Vadodara, where residents must constantly be on the lookout for crocodiles, especially when the tide is high. This is a problem that is particularly acute. In the city, crocodiles have been discovered in unexpected places like parks, restrooms, and railroads. As if this weren't enough, the river is also very polluted and prone to flooding. Niger River. Countries, Mali, Niger, Nigeria, Algeria, Benin, Burkina Faso, Cameroon, Chad, Guinea, Ivory Coast. Distance, 2,597 miles. Flooding, deadly animals, and pollution are all risk factors. Why is the Niger River so dangerous? The Niger River, the third longest in Africa, flows into the southern Sahara Desert after passing through 10 different countries. Unfortunately, the Niger, like many other rivers, is prone to sudden flooding, which has resulted in the deaths of thousands of people. Flooding also frequently claims the lives of animals that are vital to the livelihood of the riverside communities. This means that even when a person survives, they still risk losing their property, which could make it difficult for them to meet even their most basic needs. In addition to flooding, the river attracts mosquitoes, which spread illnesses like malaria and dengue. These illnesses frequently result in death, especially in children and those with compromised immune systems. The Niger River's level of pollution, which renders its water unfit for drinking, is a more recent issue. Many communities are vulnerable to waterborne diseases because they lack alternative water sources. Mekong River. Countries, Laos, Myanmar, Thailand, Vietnam, China, Cambodia, and 2,703 miles long. Strong undercurrents, flooding, and dangerous animals are hazards. Why the Mekong River is so dangerous? The Mekong River, which flows through 6 Asian nations, an estimated 60 million people rely on the Mekong for their daily sustenance. Many areas of the river are calm enough to live in, and several communities have developed floating villages as a response to its drastic changes in water levels. Other areas of the river, though, are not as welcoming and are thought to be nearly impossible to travel through. Most communities near the river are still affected by floods, which result in fatalities and permanent damage. Since Siamese crocodiles live there, those who travel the river must take extra care to avoid falling in. 16. Paraná River. Countries, Argentina, Brazil, and Paraguay. 3,030 miles long. Flooding and strong currents are risk factors. Why is the Paraná River so dangerous? The Paraná River is not intentionally made dangerous. The Paraná River is dangerous not because of wildlife or pollution, but rather because of its sheer power. The river frequently overflows, flooding towns and villages and occasionally forcing locals to leave when the damage is unavoidable. Only experts can at least appear to be able to navigate it due to its extremely strong currents. 15. Brahmaputra River. Countries: Bangladesh, India, Tibet. 2,391 miles long. Flooding and dangerous animals are two risks. The Brahmaputra is of great significance to the inhabitants of the Himalayan region. The Himalayan snow is melting more quickly due to climate change, making the river more vulnerable to flooding. Every year during the rainy season, several villages must be completely evacuated, putting the villagers' way of life in danger. Bull sharks can be found in the river, so anyone thinking about swimming is strongly advised to use caution. 14. River Wharf. Country: United Kingdom. Distance: 65 miles. Strong undercurrent and secret tunnels are risk factors. At first glance, River Wharf appears to be so innocent that you would be happy to let your kids play there. Sadly, numerous individuals have made this error and experienced fatal results. The river's current is surprisingly strong and has been known to quickly carry people away at a section known as the Strid, which is narrow enough that you can jump from one bank to the other. The river also has secret tunnels where people can get trapped by the pressure and have little chance of being rescued. The reputation of River Wharf is poor. It is so prominent that William Wordsworth included it in his poem The Force of Prayer. (13) Yangtze River. Country: China. 3,915 miles long. Flooding and pollution are danger factors. After the Nile and the Amazon, the Yangtze is the third longest river in the world and the longest in Asia. Although many communities in China rely on it for transportation, food, and water, it is also a dangerous river to live near. In the past 100 years, the Yangtze has frequently overflowed, causing the destruction of numerous homes and towns. People have also contributed to the river's increased danger by dumping the agricultural and industrial waste of countless towns and cities, including megacities like Shanghai, into the river. (12) Turquoise River. Country: Costa Rica. Distance: 69 miles. Danger: deadly creatures. Simply because it is the river in the world with the most crocodiles, the turquoise is included here. There are thought to be 63 crocs per square mile in this area, which is home to more than 2,000 of them. If you've ever lived in an area where crocodiles are present, you are aware of how absurdly dense that is and that there is no way in hell that you should ever enter this river. (11) Mississippi River. Country: United States. 2,340 miles long. Points of danger include dead animals, strong undercurrents, and pollution. The Mississippi River, which runs through 10 states: Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, Illinois, Missouri, Kentucky, Tennessee, Arkansas, Mississippi, and Louisiana, is the longest river in the United States. While there are sections of the river that are calm and simple to navigate, you never know when a strong undercurrent, which frequently proves fatal to swimmers, might suddenly appear. Additionally, it is home to dangerous animals such as bull sharks, alligators, and pikefish. As if this weren't enough, swimmers and boats must exercise caution around the toxic trash and other debris that can be found in the river, such as cars and boats. (10) Murray River. Country: Australia. 1,558 miles long. Strong currents, undercurrents, and sudden temperature drops are risk factors. Out of all the rivers in Australia, the Murray River in the southeast has the most drownings. It claimed the lives of 70 people between 2002 and 2017. People underestimate the strength of the undercurrents and currents in the river, which can easily trap swimmers, which leads to these fatalities. Unexpected whirlpools can occur, and the murky waters make it challenging to gauge depth and see trees or branches below the surface. Sharp temperature changes have also surprised swimmers. The temperature in some areas of the river drops by 15 degrees in just 3.3 feet. due to the cramps it causes. This is fatal. However, the majority of fatalities have involved young people who had been drinking, daring one another to swim in the Murray. The next time you and your friends are out on the town near this river, remember this. Nine, Citarum River. Country, Indonesia. Distance, 170 miles. Risk factor, pollution. Both people and animals should be able to survive thanks to the Citarum River. Instead, it is the most polluted river in the world, endangering the survival of the fauna and flora that once depended on it, as well as the communities nearby. The hundreds of textile factories that discharge their industrial and chemical runoff into the river are to blame. This runoff contains poisonous substances like mercury and arsenic, as well as toxic dyes. Many of the communities that reside along its banks have turned this river into a landfill as well, receiving the majority of their man-made waste. Trash clogs drainage systems during the rainy season, causing towns to flood more. Eight, Orinoco River. Countries, Venezuela and Colombia. 1330 miles long. Strong currents, rapids, waterfalls, and flooding are all dangerous features. Anyone who doesn't know their way around the Orinoco River's labyrinthine layout is likely to become lost. The river is infamous for being challenging to navigate because of how quickly it flows, which frequently makes it challenging to control vessels. Strong currents are also produced by waterfalls and rapids. Because of the river's propensity for flooding, communities that reside along its banks have experienced numerous tragedies. Naturally, you should expect to encounter dangerous creatures like anacondas and the Orinoco caiman. Seven, Yellow River. Country, China. 3,395 miles long. Strong currents, flooding, and pollution are risk factors. Yellow River is known as the Mother River because it provides water to millions of people in northern China. The River of Sorrow is another moniker for it. In China, it is known as Huanghe, and it is very destructive. Anyone who falls in will have a difficult time surviving due to its extremely strong currents. Even the victims' bodies are unlikely to be found. In addition, the river is unpredictable, occasionally altering its course, and prone to constant flooding. Due to the destruction of crops, these floods have resulted in millions of deaths, displaced people, and food shortages. To make matters worse, the river has been declared unusable because it is so polluted from factory and sewage discharges. However, because some communities still rely on it, they are forced to be exposed to dangerous runoff. Six, Yenisei River. Country, Russia. 2,167 miles long. Flooding and radioactive pollution are risk factors. The Yenisei is crucial to Russia because it is the country's longest river. However, it also demands in death what it offers in terms of life. Residents of communities that are close to rivers are constantly at risk from disastrous floods. These floods have completely disrupted the lives of many people. But the river's pollution is what really puts it at the top of this list. And from the nearby plutonium factories, not just with normal pollution, but also with radioactive particles. Towns along the river's banks have seen an increase in cancer cases among residents, proving that this pollution is deadly. Five, Nile River. One of the most significant bodies of water on the planet, the Nile is the longest river in the world and the source of many ancient civilizations in East Africa. But even though the Nile makes life on its banks possible, it has also been shown to be deadly, largely because of the numerous deadly animals that live there. Crocodiles are included in this, of course, but also snakes like black mambas and Egyptian cobras, hippopotamuses, and mosquitoes that spread diseases like malaria and the West Nile virus that can be fatal. There are many dangers to be found in the Nile River. There are deadly snakes and spiders, huge aggressive animals and crocodiles, as well as unfriendly native people. There are diseases, illnesses, as well as the dangers of fatigue and dehydration, the abundance of dangers. Crocodiles. One of the possible dangers that one may encounter in the Nile is the crocodile. The crocodiles of the Nile are known to view people as prey and known to attack them. These creatures are found in large groups, can grow up to 20 feet long, and can move at about 30 miles an hour. On land, the abundance of dangers. Indeed, they are responsible for the death of approximately 200 people a year. Lest you think they are cold-hearted animals, it is important that you know that they are exceptionally attentive to their young. 2008. Hippopotamuses. Another huge danger that one could possibly encounter in the Nile is the hippopotamus. Hippopotamuses are viewed by many people as dumb, cute, and adorable animals. However, they are really vicious and aggressive animals, kill more people than lions, and are viewed by many experts as the most dangerous animal in Africa of the abundance of dangers. Indeed, they have been known to attack boats and turn them upside down. 2008. Often depicted in ancient Egyptian religion and art, hippopotamuses were believed to possess spiritual powers. However, they no longer live in Egypt, calling East Central Africa and Sub-Sahara home. 2008. Snakes. While traveling through the Nile, local inhabitants and visitors are at risk of encountering more than 10 different kinds of venomous snakes, including the black mamba and the Egyptian cobra of the abundance of dangers. Indeed, these snakes are extremely threatening and deadly. Mosquitoes and other insects. Mosquitoes, though tiny, are one of the largest dangers of the Nile. Some of them carry parasites that are responsible for over 500 million people to become sick each year. Malaria from mosquitoes is one of the leading causes of deaths in some parts of the world. But these tiny insects also carry the West Nile virus and can cause fever and dysentery, the abundance of dangers. Indeed, female sandflies are also tiny, yet dangerous to humans. They can carry parasites that cause leishmaniasis. This disease causes skin sores and can cause damage to the spleen and liver. 2006. Or East Alligator River, country, Australia, distance 99 miles. Strong currents and deadly animals are a danger point. Do we need to mention a river's danger when it is named after alligators? East Alligator River is one of 3 alligator rivers in Australia. The other 2 are west and south, but this one is more well known than the others due to Cahill's Crossing. It is located in Kakadu National Park. The crossing, which is partially submerged, is just shallow enough for people to cross on foot or in cars, sometimes out of necessity, and other times for the thrill of a near-death experience. Those who successfully cross earn bragging rights, but frequently cars and people are dragged out into the river by unforeseen currents, where crocodiles gather and are not afraid to attack. The crossing was also the scene of a horrifying incident in 1978 where a man was fishing with friends when he was beheaded by a jumping crocodile. 3. The Amazon River, countries, Brazil, Colombia, and Peru. Distance, 4,000 miles. Danger, deadly creatures. The Amazon, the world's largest river in terms of volume, provides food for the entire jungle and all of its creatures. Because of the animals that live in its waters and on its banks, this significant river is both beautiful and dangerous. These ferocious creatures include anacondas, piranhas, pit vipers, black caiman crocodiles, bull sharks, the venomous wandering spider of Brazil, and anacondas. Why are there so many bull sharks? In the waters of the Amazon, there are many creatures that wish to devour or kill you. Here is a list of dangerous animals and plants to look out for while in the Amazon. Amazonian giant centipede. The Amazonian giant centipede is the world's largest centipede species. It can grow up to 12 inches in length. This centipede can be brown, red, yellow, black, or brown, and has dark stripes between segments and yellow legs. Due to their exposed cuticle, the giant centipede prefers living in humid areas. You will, therefore, find it in the soil, under rocks, or in rotting tree trunks near the river. Although the Amazonian giant centipede preys primarily on small invertebrates, it can be a threat to anyone in the forest or river. Only one human death case in the world has been attributed to the venom of the Amazonian centipede. Even so, the giant centipede's venom is toxic to humans. Symptoms of being bitten by this centipede include chills, fatigue, swelling, and severe pain. Bullet ants. The bullet ant is a small, red-black insect common in the Amazon rainforest. Despite their small size, bullet ants are the largest among the ant species. They are also the most abundant creature in the Amazon forest. These ants build their homes on the forest floor where they can easily look for food. Bullet ants are not aggressive and will only attack humans in self-defense. The names given to these ants are characteristic of the nature of their sting and venom. For instance, they're called the bullet ant because the pain from their sting is similar to being shot by a bullet. They are also known as 24-hour ants because the effects and pain from their sting last up to 24 hours. Venom from the bullet ant cannot kill humans. Even so, it results in a burning sensation, severe muscle contractions, and extreme pain. This ant can also sting its victims several times, injecting its venom repeatedly. Bull sharks. Bull sharks are common worldwide. They don't frequent the Amazon River but can be a threat when they do. Many experts describe the bull shark as the most dangerous shark in the world due to its temperament and adaptations. Bull sharks are the most aggressive in the shark species. Their instinctive aggression, therefore, means they will attack even without being provoked. Bull sharks are also a threat to anyone exploring the Amazon River due to the high chance of coming into contact with them. The bull shark's ability to swim upstream and preference for shallow water also increases the probability of coming into contact with them. Unlike other sharks, bull sharks can survive in freshwater. They have special glands and kidneys that help maintain salt in their body. As such, they can comfortably swim in the Amazon River for long periods. Bull sharks also hunt during the day and night. This also increases the chances of contact with people on the Amazon River. Mosquitoes. Mosquitoes don't have venom, and neither is their sting as excruciating as that of the bullet ant. Regardless, mosquitoes in the Amazon rainforest and river are equally dangerous. This is because they are vectors to yellow fever, dengue fever, and malaria. Symptoms of these diseases include yellow fever, jaundice, fever, headache, nausea, and muscle pain. Dengue fever, rash, high fever, joint and muscle pain, bleeding, and shock. Malaria, chills, fever, headache, nausea, diarrhea, vomiting, sweating, and joint and muscle pain. If you're in the Amazon forest or river, you can protect yourself from the mosquitoes by 1. Using deep mosquito repellents. 2. Using natural oils as mosquito repellents. 3. Wearing clothes that cover your skin. 4. Treating your clothes with mosquito repellent wash. 5. Using scent-free hygiene products. Black caiman crocodiles. The black caiman crocodile is among the largest predators in the Amazon River. This crocodile species can grow up to 5 meters in length and weigh between 800 to 1,000 pounds. Black caimans aren't aggressive but are very territorial. As such, they will mostly attack if you invade their territory. They also pose a threat to people exploring the Amazon River due to their characteristics and adaptations. For instance, black caimans are good swimmers, strong jaws, and are large enough to eat humans. Giant Amazonian leeches. The giant Amazonian leech can grow up to 18 inches in length and 4 inches in girth. They prefer to feed on amphibians and large reptiles in the Amazon forest and river. Giant Amazonian leeches will also feed on cattle that come to drink water from the Amazon River. Although these leeches don't have any venom, the newly discovered Tyrannobdelarex species can pose a threat to humans. Unlike other species, the Tyrannobdelarex prefers to attach itself to human orifices and dig through tissues with its teeth. Brazilian wandering spiders. Not all spiders in the Amazon forest are dangerous. You should, however, look out for the Brazilian wandering spider. The Brazilian wandering spider varies in color but is mostly brown with a black spot on its underside. They are hairy and their bodies and legs growing up to 2 inches and 6 inches respectively. Brazilian wandering spiders don't spin webs. Instead, they wander on the forest floor looking for prey, thus the name wandering spider. These spiders are also nocturnal and mostly feed on small insects and amphibians, mice, and other spiders. These spiders are not aggressive and will only bite humans if threatened. According to the Guinness Book of World Records, this is the most toxic spider. If bitten by the Brazilian wandering spider, you will immediately experience sweating, burning pain, and goosebumps. The symptoms will, however, worsen with time and include nausea, blurred vision, slow or fast heart rate, shock, hypothermia, vertigo, and convulsions. It is, therefore, important to seek immediate treatment when bitten by the Brazilian wandering spider. Piranhas. Piranhas, also known as piraeas, constitute over 60 species of omnivorous fish with razor-sharp teeth. Out of these 60 species, 20 inhabit the Amazon River, the red-bellied piranha being the most infamous. The red-bellied piranha grows up to 50 cm in length. It has the sharpest teeth and the strongest jaw of all Amazonian piranhas. They are also among the most aggressive in the piranha species and won't hesitate to attack. This is, however, rare as they prefer prey that is slightly larger or smaller than them. The red-bellied piranha will, however, attack humans when prey is short in supply. They will also attack you if the water level is low and you disturb their spawn. Piranhas have a great sense of smell and are extremely sensitive to blood. It is, therefore, not a good idea to swim in the Amazon River if you're bleeding. Electric eels. Electric eels are not true eels. Instead, they belong to a group of fish known as knife fishes. They, however, called so as they have physical similarities with true eels. These fish are found in the Amazon and Orinoco rivers. Electric eels have about 6,000 special cells called electrocytes which store electric charge. These electrocytes produce current by discharging simultaneously when the eel is attacking a threat or prey. Electric eels are carnivores and feed on small invertebrates, amphibians, and fishes, but never humans. There are few cases of human deaths that result from electrocution by an eel. A single jolt from the electric eel can incapacitate an adult human and cause them to drown. Several jolts, on the other hand, can have more severe outcomes such as heart and respiratory failure. Botflies. Botflies are large, hairy insects that resemble the common housefly. Although they do not transmit any human pathogens, their larvae depend on mammalian flesh to mature. The botfly lacks proper mechanisms to deposit its larvae inside mammals. Instead, they lay their eggs on blood-sucking insects, such as mosquitoes. These mosquitoes, in turn, deposit the botfly larvae into the skin of unsuspecting hosts, such as humans. Failure to remove a botfly from your can result in ophthalmomyiasis, which can cause extensive eye tissue damage. If left in the skin, the botfly larvae will also continue to feed on your flesh for up to 6 to 10 weeks. They will grow bigger and burrow deeper into your skin tissue, causing intense pain. The green anaconda. There are 4 species of anacondas in the Amazon River, but the largest is the green or common anaconda. These boas are non-venomous and can grow up to 12 inches in girth, 30 feet in length, and weigh over 550 pounds. The females are larger than the males, making them the largest snakes in the world. The green anaconda prefers to stay underwater. This is because they find it cumbersome to drag their large bodies on land. It is also easier for them to hunt in water than on land. They mostly prey on large birds and mammals. They kill their prey by coiling around them and asphyxiating them to death. Their jaws have ligaments that stretch to allow them to easily swallow their prey whole. Although humans are not part of the green anaconda's diet, the snake still poses a threat. The green anaconda will rarely attack humans, and there is little evidence of the killing and swallowing of humans. However, you should keep an open eye and be cautious around them, as they will not hesitate to attack if threatened. Bushmaster pit vipers. The bushmaster consists of 3 species of pit vipers. They vary in color from brown, red, yellow, gray, and even pink. Unlike the green anaconda, the bushmaster pit viper is not a boa, but is equally dangerous. It is the longest poisonous snake worldwide. The bushmaster pit vipers can grow up to over 12 feet in length and weigh between 6 to 11 pounds. These snakes have infrared heat sensor pits on both sides of their head, between their nostrils and eyes. Bushmasters are nocturnal hunters and prey on small mammals and birds. It will, however, attack humans if it perceives them as a threat. Symptoms of a bushmaster's bite include severe pain, difficulty in breathing, metallic or minty taste, changes in heart rate, and swelling of lymph nodes. Its venom is so toxic that up to 80% of its victims die even with treatment. Poison dart frogs. Poison dart frogs refer to a group of poisonous frogs in the Dendrobatidae family native to the Amazon forest. These frogs are perhaps the most toxic animals on this list and in the world. The poison dart frogs have a variety of colors ranging from blue, yellow, orange, red, and green. These brilliant colors act as a warning sign against predators and other animals. They are only harmful to humans if contact is made through touch or ingestion. A single dart frog has enough poison to kill up to 10 men. One person can die from only 2 micrograms of the dart frog's poison. If you make contact with this frog, its toxins can kill you within 10 minutes. Although unsure, scientists attribute the poison dart frog's toxicity to their diet. This mostly consists of toxic plants and animals. Number 2 of the top 25 dangerous rivers in the world is the Congo River. Countries: Angola, Cameroon, the Central African Republic, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, the Republic of the Congo, Tanzania, and Zambia. Distance: 3,000 miles. Strong rapids, deep canyons, and deadly animals are danger areas. The Congo River is the deepest river in the world, 720 feet at its deepest point, and is dangerous for the numerous vessels that travel it, most of which are carrying imports and exports, due to its numerous rapids, gorges, and waterfalls. The Gates of Hell are a wide canyon that is one of the river's most dangerous sections because it is nearly impossible to pass through the narrow gorge that forms it. Here is the explanation for the name of the ride at Busch Gardens: Congo River Rapids. The number 1 of top 25 of the most dangerous river in the world is River Zambezi. Countries: Angola, Botswana, Mozambique, Namibia, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. 1,599 miles long. Rapids moving quickly, strong undercurrents, and dangerous animals are nearby. Although the distinction is obviously somewhat arbitrary, most people believe that the Zambezi River is the world's most dangerous river. This dishonorable or honorable, depending on how cynical you are crowned, is the result of numerous factors. First, there are extremely swift and powerful currents and rapids. This combination is ideal for flipped vessels. You might experience the misfortune of running into large, sharp stones that can kill you on impact if you are thrown off your vessel and into the river. Additionally, you might come across dangerous creatures like crocodiles, hippos, and, you guessed it, bull sharks, also known as Zambezi sharks in the area. The magnificent Victoria Falls, the tallest waterfall in the world, is located on the Zambezi River, which is a plus. Zambezi is the most dangerous river in the world. The Zambezi River is the 4th longest river in Africa. These waterfalls are only one reason why some consider this river to be so dangerous. The rushing waters hide huge stones and trenches in the riverbed. Despite this, 50,000 people travel along the river each year. Rescue conditions are difficult, and there is risk to life for limb. The upper limit of commercial rafting. The Zambezi River is classified as a Grade V river. Most notably, this is on the very top end of commercially available rafting. About 60,000 rafters a year bump and splash down the rapids of the Zambezi, bordering Zambia and Zimbabwe. Brooks said 4 or 5 people have died in those waters during the past decade. although none was on a trip with his company. If you love our videos, please subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching.